we do not have the capacity to separate the units because these are former apartments. And so, Kandice, what's going on is we have been redirected to departments that have not done anything. And this is why we are reaching out again to our congressman, because one, even though this power was delegated to the local area, to local officials, the local officials have not done due justice to the residents that live here and the taxpayers. I'm a property taxpayer. Not.
I have a question. Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry to cut you off. You said that you reached out to the Department of Justice. Do you have a claim number or a ticket number? Or you have any type of reference for that?
I probably do. It's just that this is our first request at this. And and the issue is this. Nobody, elderly, disabled, it became federal when they're dealing with a disabled person. And for us not to have essential services and have paid for them, and the fact that our local authorities are allowing fraud to happen in our community and shifting responsibilities to somebody else and redirecting the public, which is homeowners, to to just frivolous departments. And then the fact that they're not picking up the phone. And then the also fact we can't get an appointment to speak to our county commissioner, Ozborn Nesbitt, who knows about this and has not done anything about this, as well as I personally haven't had water in almost a whole year. It is not reasonable to expect somebody to be without essential services. And the fact that this community was always an all-inclusive, and the fact that my property is grandfathered out. Okay. And I still pay for this, and that these claims have been dismissed and not being addressed. And this is not just not having any whatever you call it, essential services. This includes the sewage, which is included with our HOA fees. And not only that, EPA is not only on the state level, but on the federal level. And how come nobody is taking responsibility and doing what they need to do? And I know the Department of Natural Resources Director, his name is Jeffrey Cown, no response to my emails. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. So this is what you can do. Send me over an email so that I can take a look, and we can, like I said, we can forward that to the county commissioner's office. And if you have a number already through the Department of Justice, whether it's a claim number or a ticket number, if you want to include that as well, we can reach out to the Department of Justice just to check the status of your complaint with them. It's
not a status, it's been dismissed. So this is not going to be responsible. I mean, it's been dismissed. And the fact that our representatives have not done due justice, because this is not my first time calling into Hank Johnson's or he's Congressman Hank Johnson's office.
Okay, yes, ma'am. Well, this is my first time talking with you, and so I'm trying to assist you. And the best way I can do that is if you take the steps that I provided you, which is send me an email so I can take a look. Second thing,
I have a question. I'm not finished. There's another gentleman that has been in your office that works there now. What's his name? He's already got the email.
Well, I don't know who you're talking about.
Well, I can tell you this. Your office already has communications. And this is Hank Johnson's office, Hank Johnson. And I'm getting ready to say his name in a minute. Hank
Okay.
Johnson. And I get you are the one that's calling, but perhaps you ain't been here no more than 10 years.
That's correct.
And he has been here. He has been here more than several years. His name, as well as Zarion Pledger, as well, and he's not there no more. But this gentleman has been here for decades. Carrie Harrison, was Carrie Harrison with you guys?
I don't know who that is, but Zarion Pledger
Reggie, is Reggie still there?
There's not a Reggie here.
Wait, you're cutting me off, so I need a few minutes to process, and I'm not going to be speaking fast. You're going to have to pause just a little bit because we've only been on here about 13 minutes. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. This is what we're going to do, ma'am. So I've given you my email address. You can send me over the information you have so that I could better assist you. Since this is my first time talking with you, I would need that information if you want my assistance.
Yes, and I will forward to you the same correspondence that I forwarded to your other constituent that's in Senator Hank Johnson's office, okay?
Okay, yes, ma'am. So I appreciate that. If you can send me what you have, then we'll take a look at it, and then I'll be in touch with you, okay?
I want the other gentleman. I request that the other gentleman be in communication with me because I did communicate with him, and he's still there. And
I don't know.
Hold up. You got to give me a moment to find the correspondence. No, I'm not going to be rushed through this because, one, I've already sent out communications to you guys. And the fact that they have you following up instead of the gentleman that I sent the email to this morning. Okay? Okay,
so ma'am, unfortunately, I have a meeting to get to.
No, you called me. You're not gonna terminate this call because you got a meeting because you called me. No.
Ma'am,
no, it seemed like you're trying to avoid.
Try to help you, but what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to argue with you on the phone, especially because I am trying to help.
Yes, I am thankful that you are trying to help, but you got to give me a moment so I can gather my thoughts because I'm one of the disabled people here, and we need a moment. This is our first conversation so that we can actually answer your question and say what we've already done, ma'am. I get you got a meeting, but you called and you didn't say when you first answered the phone, when I first answered the phone, I only got 15 minutes to talk.
I never said that to you, ma'am. And secondly, I advised at the beginning of our conversation that because we're not the point of contact, I wanted you to send me over the information you did have so that we could, one, put you in contact with the people who can assist you. But what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to go back and forth arguing with you. Yes, I did call you because you reached out to our office asking for assistance.
Yes. And thank you. And thank you for doing that. But I'm not, what do you call it? I have medical neurological issue, and I'm asking for a medical accommodation for you, what you're saying, to send it to me in the email, and I can respond, because with you talking, it's too fast for me to even write all this stuff, and you're asking me for things that I cannot remember. So that's why what I'm saying is you might want to get my email, and so that you can give me a detail of what you want from me so I can accommodate your requests. How you're doing it now does not give me enough time to either write all this stuff down so that I can follow up with you. And it doesn't get... Yeah.
And that is exactly what I was going to say, but you keep cutting me off while I'm talking. I was going to ask you for your email address so that I can, since you said that you're having issues following with what I'm saying, I was going to ask for your email address so that I could send you the information that way, and then you could respond to me.
Yes, because you were talking so fast that I couldn't capture everything that you were saying. And so when you talk fast, it takes me a minute to get what you're saying. So my email address is KCARRCO@gmail.com. And I'm also requesting some assistance since I am disabled, and I and I need somebody to assist me. And if you have access to a social worker that can accommodate me, that would be great. If not, I do have a social worker that can help me with this issue.
Okay, yes, ma'am. So let me back up just a little bit. I want to make sure I have your email address correctly. So I have K as in kangaroo, C as in cat, A as in apple, R as in Roger, C as in cat, O as in Oscar, @gmail.com.
Yes, I think that's correct.
Okay. And the second part, you said you're having issues with the disability. You're disabled and you're trying to get a social worker.
Well, somebody to facilitate me being able to, I need assistance with being able to follow up with the request that you are asking for. Okay, this is called medical accommodation, and yes, because when you talk real fast, I can't capture everything that you're saying.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. So I'm going to send you an email with what we discussed, and then I'll just wait for you to respond to me. Once you respond to me, then I will forward your information out to the necessary party, okay?
Yeah, but I'm asking for a medical accommodation for someone to come and assist me with providing everything that you are requesting. Okay,
Okay. So I'm not quite sure what you're saying with that, because when you're saying you're requesting medical accommodation.
Yeah, accommodation for, his name is Eric Hubbard. Is Eric Hubbard still there?
Yes, I can transfer you to him if you like.
Well, I get you're transferring me, but I wish you would have gave me a moments so I could get his name. And that's what I was saying. Eric Hubbard received an email from me today. Okay. And all of these issues regarding having essential services was communicated to him earlier this morning. Okay. And it was communicated to Eric Hubbard. And he is still with you, and he's well aware of the issues that have gone on in this particular community. And we're in your district. And so that's where that was my point of contact. Okay. And he's an attorney, so he's well aware of what's going on over here.
Okay, so what I was saying is, I wasn't saying I was going to transfer you. I was asking if you would prefer for me to transfer you to him, since you've been discussing this with Eric.
No, I have not discussed it with him. I sent him an email.
Okay.
So the email was sent to him directly as part of a chain of everybody that I communicated with at the in Rockdale County, as well as Rockdale County Water Resources, as well as Director Jeffrey Cown with the Department of Natural Resources, amongst other people, as well as the sheriff, and he's local, Sheriff Levitt. And he was part of that chain. That's why I believe you were assigned to give me a call. But really, I would like you to connect with Eric Hubbard and discuss the background about this, as well as make sure that we are doing all this together. Okay.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, I have your information. Either I can end the call, since I've gotten your contact info. I can go ahead and send you over to Eric, and you can talk with him. Or if you want, I can have Eric give you a call.
Yeah, I would like for you to follow up, and I'd like to speak with Eric also, but I need to have an assigned time because I do have doctor's appointments. And so today is Thursday, right? Thursday.
That's correct.
So let me see. Friday, if you can see his schedule, I will be.
Okay, so yes, ma'am. So it doesn't work that way. So what I can do, I can send you over to him, and if he answers, you can let him know. You guys can coordinate it, and if he doesn't answer, you can leave him a message, and he can give you a call back.
Oh, well, I have his email.
Okay.
And you can let him know that I called since you talked to me, and that he can respond to my emails that I sent out this morning to him.
Will do. Yes, ma'am. Well, you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.